close the eyes if you're comfortable. And we're gonna breathe in, reaching up to overhead. Fill the lungs with air, and then exhale. Let all your worries, concerns, let that to-do list go. Just bring yourself here into the movements. And then twice more. Breathe and reach. And exhale, relax. Beautiful. Last time. Breathing in, just reaching straight up. Try to lift up out of your hips. And then open those shoulders. Squeeze those shoulder blades together as you open through the chest. Fantastic. From here, we're just gonna start to step the feet side to side and swing the arms side to side. Cross them over, open through the chest. Alternate which arm crosses on top as you close it in. There we go. And then just keep that breathing going. As I open, that's when I tend to exhale. Breathe in, exhale to open. Breathe in, exhale to open. Good job. Couple more times, side to side. Fantastic. From here, let's place one hand on the hip. Get a little bit of bend into those knees. Opposite hand, you're either gonna reach kind of across your body or reach up to overhead, whatever feels best for you. We're looking to stretch out the side. So hand towards the shoulder, reaching across, you kind of just peer up towards the ceiling. Hand to the shoulder and reaching across 3 to 5 times, and then we'll switch sides. Pulling it down and in, reaching up and across. Once more, breathe and reach. Fantastic. Before we go to the other side, let's circle those hips around. Hello, Miss Barbie doll waving into the camera. We'll have to get Emily and my mom on like a little show with their little trinkets and things. Reverse directions when you're ready. Same thing, other side. For those of you not able to see the screen, I had a little Barbie doll poking in the scene. All right, fantastic. Once you swivel those hips both directions, we're gonna go side stretch on that opposite side now. So again, you can kind of reach across the body if that feels better for your shoulders, or when you're ready, start to reach to overhead. Try to turn your head, kind of like peer up towards that hand as you reach. Bringing it down and gradually reaching across. Breathe in to close and exhale to open. Let's get one more there. Fantastic. All right. Relax those arms down, kind of move your feet around just a little bit. And now we're going to go into our gates of heaven. So our arms are heavy. Just kind of let them swing like they don't really have a whole lot of weight to them, or at least strength to them. But the hips are our guide here. So the hips are guiding around and the arms just kind of swinging against the body. Fantastic. About 10 more seconds here. We're going to do a little bit of balance work next. So if you need a chair, a wall, anything to balance on, go ahead and make your way there. If your balance is pretty secure, then that's fantastic as well. Place one foot down, lift up through your midline. You can hold those arms out to the side. We're going to pick one foot up, and without that hip kicking out, we're going to go ahead and roll that ankle around. You can also sit down for this as well if it feels better for your body. Good job. If you can check the balance as needed, or just start to roll that ankle the other way. Woo! Hello, doll in the red dress. Fantastic. All right, guys, let's switch legs. Before we go right to that other leg, instead of circling the hips, we're going to rock those hips side to side. Just stretching the side of the hip a little bit. We got Shamu in the camera saying hello now. Takes me back to going to SeaWorld as a kid in Ohio. All right, place that opposite foot down, grip the toes, lift up through that midline once again, and pull those shoulders back. That's going to help your balance. And now we'll go ankle rolls. Same thing, other side. 3 to 5 one way. Good, and 3 to 5 the other. Well done. Go ahead and place that down and relax. Now we're going to walk both feet in so the toes are pointing straight ahead. My feet are basically straight underneath those hips. Get a little bit of bend into those knees. Heels are planted. You can either go arms over the shoulders, or if you're good to open that chest, hands behind the head. Standing tall, I'm going to send those hips back. So long spine, flat back, bowing forward, peering towards the floor, and then standing tall. Squeeze the glutes as you stand up. Bowing forward, holding that chest tall, and standing up. And just go far enough down here. I have a little bit of bend in my knees, so I don't want to hyperextend the knees, and just far enough that you're like, there's those hamstrings, and then stand up. 1 to 2 more. Over and up. If you tend to get dizzy, find a spot straight ahead that you're focused on as you stand. Last time, and straight up. Fantastic. All right, folks, so either the side step with the arm swing, or if you're good for that overhead position, we'll go into basically like a step jack here. If anybody wants more dynamic exercise, you could do a traditional jumping jack. But for this basics class, we demo everything stepping and standing for the most part, meaning that we don't get down on the floor for a whole lot of stretching. Fantastic. Got another 10 seconds here, opening those shoulders, side step. We're going to go into a march next. We're going to start with a paused march. So check in with that posture, nice and tall. Let's go your left arm with your right leg. One arm up, and we're going to be very intentional here to start. It's kind of like you're moving through some mud here. So nice and slow, hips and shoulders square, one side to the next. Very good. Breathe, down and switch. Fantastic. You guys can't see my entertainment here. I've got some fun dolls flying through the screen. I love it. All right, folks. From that pause march, we're going to take a break for a second. We're going to stretch those hamstrings, and we'll do a different variation. One heel down, one toe up, heel down, toe up, and then either over the shoulders or behind the head once again. Single leg hamstring stretch. So bowing forward with that one leg outstretched 3 to 5 times here. And again, just far enough that you're like, hey, hamstrings, I feel you there. Kind of pause for just a moment when you feel that stretch, and then standing tall. 1 to 2 more. Send those hips back, flat back, long spine, straight up, and last one. Over and up. Very good. Same thing, opposite foot. So
all right, after the single leg hamstring stretch, we're going to be moving into the circuit. You don't need a whole lot for the circuit. There's the option to hold some weight during the weighted march if you'd like. And then also I'll be demonstrating some get-ups off the couch here. If anyone is comfortable getting down on the floor, you're welcome to do some sit-ups during that portion of the circuit. So go ahead and finish this hamstring stretch out on that opposite side, and then getting ready for that circuit. Feel free to pause the video if you need. And thanks so much for being here and moving your body. Keep it fun.
And 2, 1, here we go. You're swaying to one side, lift and hold, and then switching side to side here. Grip the toes down, lift and hold. Nice. If you're like, this isn't too bad, if you want a little bit more challenge, close your eyes. And then it's a game changer. Yep. Over and up. So I'm continuing to lift up through that midline. Grip those toes down. That's 30 seconds. Either rest there or keep with us for another 15. Fantastic. 10 seconds left. Up and hold. If those arms need a rest, do it. And 2, 1, and relax. Good job. We're going to do our step overs next. So it'll be our imaginary objects, standing nice and tall. And whenever you're ready, up and over. Kind of open through those hips. So kind of exaggerate how high you're confident to bring that knee up and over. It helps give a nice opening through the hips. So it's like up and across. Nice. There we go. As you lift the knee, think about lifting the foot and the toes as well. And if your arms are getting tired, mine are too. Funny how just holding the arms out will challenge that upper body. Keep squeezing those shoulder blades together. If you need to shake it out, do it. That's 30 seconds. You can rest there or keep moving for 15 more. If you're doing the sit up, get up off the couch, if you need to make your way there, go for it. And 2, 1, there's our rest. All right, either traditional sit-ups on the floor. You can sit down, stand up out of the chair if your couch is not convenient. And 3, 2, 1, here we go. If you're on the couch, try to reach the arms up. And just a matter of getting up. What do you need to do to get up off the couch, up off the ground? Great job. Some of you are doing that sit-up option. That's fantastic as well. Over and up. If you're on the couch here with me, we'll alternate which side we put our head to. So I put my head to one side, roll over, get up, and I make my way across. That's 30 seconds, everybody. Sit up and get up. We're training for life here. We got to be able to get up and down, off the ground, off the couch. Maybe one more. 3, 2, 1, and rotate. So you could take the minute off here if you want a little extra rest. If you like to keep yourself moving the whole time, we're going to go into that weighted march or an unweighted march next. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So by all means, please feel free to take a seat. Especially if you were out walking those dogs for a couple miles this morning, like I know Laura does. She got her steps in. Breathing through it, knees up, feet up. Lots of marching today. It's lateral step overs, marching straight on. Very good. That's 30 seconds. We're 30 seconds away from starting that next round. So if you want more rest, take it. Keep breathing. And 3, 2, 1. That's our 45 seconds. Very nice. 15 seconds till we're into set 2 of 3. Back to our sway. All right, standing tall, eyes straight ahead, arms come out to the side, and here we go. Pulling up, shift and pause. Working on that balance. Yeah. One side to the next. Wonderful. Reach, lift. And we don't want to fall over, right? We want to hold. You're practicing switching your weight from leg to leg, practicing that balance and control at the lower foot. Especially as you start to get a little more fatigued here, you're going to feel a little bit more wobbly. All right, we're almost at that 45, and 2, 1, and relax. Very nice. Step overs are next. Whew. Hips are getting a little bit tired. Standing tall, shoulders back, 2, 1. Here we go. Stepping up and across. If you don't feel confident to step up high, that's all right. Just do a little short side step. You know, depending upon what you've been doing recently, it might be really foreign to step to the side. So meet your body where it's at. If you are pretty confident here, then drive that knee nice and high. Open through the hip. Pretend you're stepping over a nice big log in the forest. I always prefer to be in the forest than indoors. Well, I'm in Colorado and it's cold outside, so maybe not fully right now. That's 30 seconds in. You can shake it out, or another 15 here if you're going that full bit. We're getting ready for our sit-ups or get-ups next. 2, 1, and transition. Whew. So remember, you can always like sit up and down off a chair if you don't have anywhere to lie down. As you lay back, arms up to overhead, and here we go. You can roll to the side to get up, whatever you need to do. We're just practicing. Standing up. And this is one it's kind of common to get dizzy on, so have something straight ahead that you focus on as you sit up, whether you're doing traditional sit-ups or the up and down off the couch. Good job. Laying back, reach those arms overhead. Let the head rest back before you come back up. Nice work. That's 30 seconds. Lay down, get up. Whew. And just under 10 seconds. 2, 1, and transition. Either take that minute off or getting ready for the march. You can hold weight if you'd like. I'm gonna do that march and punch version this time like we did in our warm-up. 2, 1, here we go. So we're gonna march and punch, or weighted, or we're resting. Good job. Breathing through it. If you're doing that march and punch, reaching across the body, keeping that hand up at shoulder height. Nice, Hunter. That's the way. Good work. Reaching across. Woo! Breathing through. That's 30 seconds. If you want to take a little bit longer break, 30 seconds until we start that last round. 2, 1, and that's 45. Woo! All right, shake out those arms, kind of rest the hips for a second. Final time through, going back to our sway in 10 seconds. All right, walk those feet about hip width apart, standing tall. And here we go, lifting up. One side to the other, looking straight ahead. And I haven't talked about it yet this hour, but this is a good time just to smile. Anytime you feel a little awkward or anytime you feel challenged, if you meet it with a smile instead of some criticism, that's going to help your body just to, and mind mostly, just to want to come back and do it again. That's 30 seconds. If we're always really harsh on ourselves and beating ourselves up every time we feel like we're doing something wrong, then that makes our motivation that much harder to come back to it, because it's like, man, you were really mean to me when I did that, even if it's to yourself. And rest. Good job. Lateral step overs. And exercise can be a trigger for a lot of people. There's a lot of stories we have from our past about exercises. 3, 2, 1, here we go. But we can always rewrite our stories. So if all we have are memories from gym class, wanting to hide in the corner or hide in the locker room, then we're not really motivated to move our bodies. But if we realize what it provides us, strength, freedom, confidence in our bodies, ability to play with our kids and our grandkids and our pets as we get older, maybe climb some mountains. You gotta have your why. You gotta know, why do we do something? That's 30 seconds, everyone. Feel free to rest there or keep stepping. Knees up, feet up. Don't forget to smile. It's good for the brain. Happy hormones going through, and release. Good job. Last round of sit-ups. Sit up, stand up. Head rests back, arms reach up. 2, 1, here we go. Sit tall or roll across. Just this one, and we'll finish with a final march and then a final stretch. Whew, good job. And maybe if you're doing these couch sit-ups, if I make it look a little bit easier than you, then that's okay. It's my job to make this look easy. Fitness is what I do for a livelihood. That's halfway, folks. Do what you need to do for you. Just getting on the ground or on the couch, getting up off the couch. You can kind of just roll over, push up. 2, 1, and rotate. All right, final march. I'm going to go back to a weighted march. If you like that march and punch that we did last set, feel free to repeat that. 3, 2, 1, finishing it out. All right, final 45 seconds, and then we'll just end with some stretching for the cool down. So stay focused here. Eyes up, knees up, feet up. Breathe through it. That's 20 seconds. Good job. Nice quick cadence, Kelly. Good work. Awesome. Woo. Less than 10 seconds. 2, 1, and we are all done. Woo. Good work, good work. All right, water for everybody. Even if you're not that hot, stay hydrated. Great job, Hunter. All right, folks. Let's go ahead. If you can come back to standing, we're going to open up the upper body a little bit. we're gonna stretch the upper body best we can. You can either stand with your feet hip width apart or go back to that stagger stance if you feel stable there. Whichever leg you have back, you're gonna reach that arm straight up and then watch your torso here. Stay tall, bend that elbow, grab that elbow. You're gonna stretch that tricep. And if you're comfortable to bend to the side, we call it the tricep side bend. Just gently leaning towards the side, away from the side that you're stretching. Good job. Breathe in and then exhale as you come to the side. One more if you're up for it. And release. Good job. Go ahead and shake those arms out. Shoulders down. Fantastic. If you like that stagger stance, opposite foot steps back. Same thing, other arm. Reaching up, pull that chin in, lengthen through the spine as you bend the elbow. Grab, and then bending towards that lead leg, or the opposite side if you're on a straight stance. Ooh, good job. Opening that upper body. Good work. One more time, and release. We're gonna repeat that quad stretch that we did earlier. So stretching out those quads once again after the squatting work that we did. So best you can, grab the foot, or remember, what's the alternative? That stagger stance. 20 seconds here. And sometimes it's not the like exercises with the weights and stuff that challenges people's mental outlook, but it can be the stretches that we become really hard on ourselves. I was talking to one lady that comes to the evening classes and she's like, whenever we do those rotational stretches, it feels so hard. Release and switch. And then the funny part is that I was on Zoom with her. I watched her do the stretch on Zoom and she felt like she was doing it wrong, but she wasn't. So it's kind of interesting how we can criticize ourselves sometimes when we're not even doing anything wrong. It just doesn't feel right. We haven't done it much. Nice deep breaths. And go ahead and release. Fantastic. Alrighty, next, you can take a seat for this one if you'd like. Or you can do a standing toe touch, whatever you feel more comfortable with, but we're gonna stretch out that low back a little bit. If you're taking a seat, put your feet a little bit wider than your hips, and then we're gonna slide the hands down the legs and reaching down for the floor. Breathing into the back. If you're sitting on the floor, you can kind of sit in like a straddle position or legs out in front, whatever you prefer. And breathe. One more breath there, and then just gradually make your way up. Let that blood come back to the head. All right, next we're gonna go back to the upper body with our eagle arms. So we're gonna reach the arms wide. Let's take your right hand underneath your left. So you'll be mirroring me. Interlace those hands best you can. We're gonna push one down as we push one up. And you wanna feel it on the outer part of the shoulder, just on one side. Nice deep breaths here. Pushing down, pulling up, just to get a gentle stretch in that outer shoulder. And release when you're ready. Good job. Same thing, other side. Stretch it wide. Your left comes under this time. Interlace. Push down, pull up. Continue to check in with that posture, sitting tall. Go ahead and close those eyes. And release. Fantastic. A little bit of some rotational work. Your right hand to the left thigh. You can either keep that foot on the ground, or if you want to go deeper into the twist, you can cross that leg over. Your right hand to the right shoulder. We're going to sit tall, and now we're going to circle this elbow around. Encourage that shoulder blade up and down the spine, lengthening through the spine as you rotate around, just to get a nice gentle twist here. Turn your head as well if you're not kind of looking over the side that you're rotating that elbow. Couple more. and release. Good job. Same thing other side. So be our last one. So either with the foot flat or you can cross it over, sit tall, and twisting around. Breathing through. Shoulders can really be some problem areas for people. But movement is medicine in many ways. Our body needs to move. It's just a matter of using your intuition and some guidance on how do we best move our bodies. So once you finish those rotations, go ahead and relax. Thank you very much, everybody. If you're a little bit stiff in the neck, you can always add to that, up and down, side to side, anything else that your body might